How you doing? This is the Panhandle Prepper. This is Joe. I just wanted to make another quick little video here today, and I wanted to share with you something I thought about talking about skill sets, and a real easy, basic way to get some skill sets. And believe it or not, they get really advanced real quick. What I'm talking about here is something you can get your hands on. There's over probably close to 4.5 million copies of these books in circulation all throughout America alone. What I'm talking about is the Boy Scout manuals. That's what I'm talking about here, is your Boy Scout manuals. Now, in these manuals, let me say this first, that you can very easily get these manuals online. Probably there's Amazon type ordering bookstores, yard sales will have them. You can get them just about anywhere. Now, this copy here of this is an older copy of this book here, the Boy Scout manual, back in the 60s. Back when my dad was a scout. I was a scout back in the early 80s and maybe late 70s, early 80s, somewhere in there. And I didn't make it to Eagle, but I was really close. And I learned a lot of great skill sets from being a Boy Scout. So especially if you're new to prepping, you can get a tremendous amount of prepping skills from these books. I'm gonna I'll survey the book real quick and give you an idea. Okay, we talk about cleanliness, not only of mind and morality, but also of body. It shows you how to keep yourself clean, how to keep yourself in shape, how to keep yourself fit. It talks about emergencies. It talks about accidents, what to do in case of a fire, live wires. It talks about helping other people. It talks about your duty to God. It talks about your duty as an American citizen, but that's not all. It talks about camping and primitive camping. How to make, look at this thing, how to make your own fires, with the little wood bow and the Dow method there, and primitive fire making techniques. That's in your Boy Scout manual. What else is going to be in there is you're going to have things for campfires, how to properly canoe in a boat. Do you know how to canoe? Do you know how to steer a canoe? And do you know how to not kneel in the middle of a canoe and paddle and do all those things over rapids and obstacles? It's all in there. I'm talking about your Boy Scout manual. Helping people, saving people that are drowning. That's all in there in the Boy Scout manual. Having a buddy plan. It talks about all the old time ways. Of course, it's been adapted some now, but all of your first aid things are going to be in there. Treating broken bones and compound fracture. And I remember this ditty talking about first aid back from when I was a kid in the Scouts. If the face is red, raise the head. If the face is pale, raise the tail, meaning your feet. So you learn these little ditties as you go along and you study these things. You can help somebody. Snake bites, puncture wounds, arm slings, being prepared for accidents, flagging, signaling, Morse code, how to do Morse code. Not many people know how to do that anymore. Your Morse code, emergency, getting messages through. Here you go. How about edible plants? All kinds of edible plants, and what to do with their roots, how to cook them, how to eat them, how to make them not as bitter, what to do when you're hungry. It's amazing what's in here. How about stars? Navigation. Reading your stars. I remember looking through this manual and seeing things in here about not only compass and mapping, but seeing if you happen to find yourself on the boat somewhere and all your instruments are out, whether it's EMP or whatever, there's no instrumentation available. So looking at the clouds and realizing the shapes and patterns will give you some general ideas on the weather conditions. Not to mention navigation by the stars. That's all in here. It's amazing. You don't need to buy. I'm not against the more elaborate Army manuals and Marine manuals. I think that's good stuff. But don't overlook the simple things in life, the simple preps. How about lashings? Do you know how to do knots? Do you know how to do your lashings and how to join two pieces of wood together and lash them so they don't come across? How about a latrine? You want a latrine? It shows you how to take care of your waste. It shows you how to cover it back up and how many feet, how many people. Camp cooking, tinfoil cooking, breakfast. How about making a tent? Oh, you don't have any poles? Let's just lash them together with some ropes and put all kinds of things in there to show you how to raise a tent, whether it be plastic or canvas or whatever. That's going to be in your Boy Scout manual. Let's see, what else we have in here? I was just amazed when I was thinking about this here, thinking about more first aid stuff. How to know if you have a first, second, or third degree burn. What to do in each one of those cases. What to do for shock and fainting, poisoning. All your first aid kits. Different fire making techniques. Now if you don't know this stuff or how to make fires out of different techniques depending on how the wind's blowing and depending on your terrain, it's in the manual. It's amazing when you think about that. What else do we have? Oh, kindling. Different types of kindling and how they're used. All on that page. Every area that you live in the United States is going to have different things about kindling and fire making. How about how to use an axe? How about how to sharpen an axe? How about how to whittle out wood and make notches for building things? It's in there. It's in the Boy Scout manual. How to sharpen your axe. That is wonderful. It's amazing what's in there. It talks about how to cut things down. How about stalking? How about taking cover and concealment? It's in the Boy Scout manual. It's tracking and signaling. How to learn how to make different things in the woods, whether it's sticks or rocks piled on top of each other, or even sticks crossed, to let people in your party, let people in your group know certain things, communicate when they're tracking another man, or they're out on danger's coming, so let me not walk here. There's a hole here that I put. There's a trap here, whatever. Identification of fish and wildlife. It's just amazing what's in this book. Compass reading, how it works. Depending on where you live in the United States, your compass reading is going to be slightly off, and it's going to show you that and how to go about making corrections. Hiking. Talking about bug out bags and all those things, this shows you, might be in my other manual, which it probably is, but it shows you all about how to make a camp pack, which is a bug out pack. It's going to show you what you need for 3 or 4 days of survival. It shows you knots. This one is a newer edition of the Boy Scout manual. It's the one that I used when I was a scout, and they've improvised on some things and made it even better. And I'm going to show you a couple things here. You've got a history of our flags. You've got all kinds of things about our democracy and our land. It's very patriotic. Of course, you have some more first aid. Snake identification, how to identify poisonous snakes in your area and what to do, how to encounter them. How about scorpions and black widow identification, ticks, mites, scorpions. All those things are covered in there. What a low buck prep. What a chemical burns. What an easy way to get a huge, quick library and learn by just going through these things and reference back. How about CPR? First aid, it's all in there. Rescue breathing. Be prepared for accidents, what to do, how to handle the 3 W's in an accident, the who, what, and where. The stress signals. You've got, how about this? How about sign language? Teach you how to communicate. Everybody doesn't know sign language, even well, enough about that, but talks all about your house and things you can do in your house. How about soil, fertile soil and pollution? It's just amazing. There's your summer and winter sky identification with your constellations, your stars. It just amazes me the kind of information that is in these books. It's a huge amount of information in a small book that will definitely help you, especially if you're new at prepping, especially if your skill sets are kind of weak, or even to those that have advanced skill sets. There's going to be things in this book that will help you. And if you forget something, you can just thumb through here and you'll see that it's there, and you'll have a good reference manual. Let's see what else it has here. Measuring heights and widths. You need to know yardages for rifling and stuff like that. it shows you different ways where you can estimate your yardages and how far away from things you are. It's just amazing. What I was looking for is they have there it is, that's something I was looking for. They give you a bunch of lists, backpacking list. You know, that's a bug out bag is what that is. Of course, you're going to add some things that are not on that list, but it gives you a good basic standard in which you can follow and go by are things that are on that list. How about swimming? Shows you how to swim. Do you know how to swim? It'll show you how to swim a little bit. It'll show you different strokes, how to save somebody from the water. It's just amazing. And of course, you've got all kinds of easy to follow charts on edible plants. One of my favorite things that's in the other book there is, well, let me show you this first. Another excellent guide on making fires, lean-tos, and using rocks, and wind direction, wind speed, and how to tell how hot a fire is by how long you can hold your hand over there. It's amazing. How about a safe fire building? Did you know that it's 3 meters, 10 feet is a circle that you should put with your fire in the middle of that thing? You should clear it. You should have water on the out ring of the 10-foot mark of the fire circle. A lot of people don't know that. Just build a fire and there you go. Next thing you know, things catch on fire and you're too close to things. So I highly recommend the Boy Scout manuals. Get a few of them. Here's some stuff making bridges, latrines, there's your flagpole, tents, all kinds of things. It's amazing what's in this book. I highly recommend this thing. Axe skills. How about how to build a log cabin? There it is. It's in the Scout manual. How to build a log cabin. It's amazing. Just amazing. So there's the second one, and then of course here's a field book. Here's a more advanced scouting book. It's a field book. And in this field book, you have even more advanced things. Reading the sky, catching and cleaning fish, how to fish. You've got how to hike, high adventure hiking, the gear you would need, how to tie yourself in for climbing up mountains, whitewater rafting. You've got backpacking, an elaborate system of backpacking, going high adventure camping. You've got things in here that are amazing, how to make insulation for your feet in frozen weather. Swimming, and this is one that I was really fascinated by, and I'm going to do a video on this I think pretty soon. You say, what is that? That's a solar still. That's right, a solar still. And I'm not talking about moonshine. I'm talking about making drinking water. A quart a day for one still. You can have stills set up all over your property, and you can have clean drinking water and a number 10 can with some tubing and some plastic sheets. Piece of cake. I'm going to do a video on how to do that, how to signal airplanes. It's amazing. So again, I'm out of time on this video. Gathering fuel. It's just a great idea. Let me encourage you, if you come across these Boy Scout manuals, to get you a handful of manuals, throw them on your shelf, and maybe once a month, once a week, just flip through them real quick and take a look and see what's in there. You'll be amazed of the skill sets you can learn very quickly from your local Boy Scout manuals. Excuse me. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. God bless, and I hope that this was a help to you, something to think about on your road to prepping. Thanks for watching.